part 4 of the CSS crash course for beginners. So let us start it from where we left in the previous part, and we will start this part by learning about positioning in CSS, which is very important and used in all CSS projects even today. So let us go ahead and let me increase the size. Okay, I have increased the size. So let me have a div with the class of position dash box. So I'm creating it with the shortcut div.position dash box, and then I will press tab and it will create it. Then inside that there will be a h1. Let write CSS and h2. Let write crash course, and let me also have a break row here and a horizontal rule here. Let me save it, and as you can see we have CSS crash course here. So what we will do, we will now move to our styles.css and we will target that position box. Width will be 800 pixel. We are creating a box. Height will be 500 pixel, and there will be some border so that it will look like a box. 1px solid black. Let me save it. Sorry for that. And so our box is here. Now what we will do, we will target the h1 dot position box h1, and we will use the first position property, which is known as PositionAbsolute. PositionAbsolute. So what it does, whatever you can move the element according to it. So if I do a top of 40 pixels, so it should move it 40 pixel, but there is a catch. Let me save it. So I have saved it. Let me check here. See, our CSS is gone. Where is our CSS? This thing should have this position have top, left, right and bottom property. So top means it moves from the top 40 pixel. Bottom means from bottom it will move something. Right means from right it will move something. Left means from left it will move something. So this top 40 pixel, it should move from the top, but it has gone away from the box. So where is our CSS gone? So our CSS is here. You can see this is the CSS. So what it did, it moved 40 pixel here from the top. So why did it move 40 pixel from top? Because by default, if you don't give any parent for any the parent for this position absolute will be the whole body by default, the parent, and it will take according to that. So to change that, we use the another property which is known as position relative. So but what we need to do, we need to give it to its parent. So whenever we give the position relative to the parent, the child will take absolute with that. So let me move back. CSS is now here. See, in the normal flow CSS was above and crash course was down. So now it is 40 pixel from the top. So this is the use of position absolute, and we have to use it with relative in most of the cases. This is one of the very important elements of CSS. So after that, we can play a bit, and let do one thing. Let make this 140 pixel, and as I have told, we have other property also, like left 200 pixel. Let's see the h1. See, the h1 have moved here. Now what I will do, I will target the h2 also, and h2 will be also, we have to keep it position absolute. Let me not give the top, but the other property is bottom, and the other property left is right. So 40 pixel from the bottom and right 200 pixel. Let me save it and see, 40 pixel from the bottom and from the right 200 pixel. This is 200 pixel from the left, 140 pixel from the top. So this is how our position absolute works, but we need a position relative with it. So now we will understand one of the last position attribute, which is known as position fixed. So for that, let's do one thing. Let's create a button, because it is mainly used in button, social media buttons, or navbar also it is used a lot. So let me go back to the index.html, and what I will do, I will create a button, and let me give it is a fixed button, but I will give it a class of button. I'm giving it a class of button because we already have styles for it somewhere, yeah, here. So if I give it like this and leave it, this button will be created after our CSS crash course. Okay, so what we need to what we are going to do now, we are going to give it a fixed button, another class which we are going to target from here. So let me copy it, let me save it. After that, dot fixed button, and position will be fixed. So we don't need any relative or something for that. Position fixed is always from the body, means, and top will be 20 pixel. So it means it will be from the top 20 pixel, but it is different than absolute, because I'll show you how. So it is 20 pixel from the top, this is 20 pixel. But now let me scroll everything. See, it will always stay there, whether I scroll it or I don't know, it will always be there whenever I scroll it. So this is very useful. You might have seen some share on social media buttons which are here or somewhere, and we have to click it and it will always be there whenever you read the post. So it is used there. Plus fixed navigation bar also is used with the position fix. So this is how it is used. So this completes this position thing. So the next thing which we will understand is the background images. So it is very important to have background images. There is a separate property for that. So for that, we need to do one thing first. We need to import some images always. So let me do a new folder, and let me have images. So I have these images. So I have already pasted some in my desktop, some images, and you can get it from the end of the link which I am going to push this to GitHub also. You can take it from there. So let me take this background image, and here is my CSS Basics, the images which I have created, and let me put it here. Okay, background images. So I want to show you one thing. This background image, let me click it. Yeah, see, this image is a bit small. See the size, 300 into 168. I have intentionally put it like this. So let me move forward, and what we will do, we'll use something which we already have, and that is this position box which I have created recently, this position box. So which gives this box. So let me move to style.css, and this position box is there, and I will keep it here. So for this we have another property, CSS property known as background image, and we have to give a URL first. Okay, and then after that we have to give the path. So the path is /images, and it is VS Code is automatically taking it from me, background images JPEG. So let me save it. And then we will see what will happen. See, as the image was very small, so what it is doing, it is repeating itself. So this is never the thing which we need, this repeating thing. So there is another property related to background image. It is known as background repeat. This we will put it as no repeat. So when we did no repeat, we are facing another problem. Only one image has been shown at the top right. So to fix this, we have another property known as background size, and it is a very important property because with this property we can size any image to fit the background. So this is known as background size, and it has a two thing, one is cover and another is content, but we always use cover only, this value. So let me save it, background size cover, and see it is expanded and it is using the whole of it. But as I have told you, this image was very small. If you see again, this image was actually very small. So what it did, it made it hazy, a bit hazy. This is not what we want. So we should always take images which are very sharp, and even if the size is too huge, it's something like 2000 by 900 pixel, even if that is the case, we should take those images, because I will soon show you what's the benefit. So for that, let us get my next image, which again I have. So it's a bigger image. So let me show you. It have come here, and you can see it's a bit bigger image, 1920 into 1200. So let me do it. Let me show you what will happen if I comment it out, and here I will do BKG. Yeah, this one. Let me save it. So what will happen, it will come completely, but there is an issue here. See, if you can see this, and I will show you the complete image. Oh, I again closed it. See, this is only this part, everything else is going away. So to fix this, again we have to use this to property. Actually repeat is not required, but it is generally advisable to put it there also, repeat, and background repeat, no repeat, and background size cover. So let me save it, background size cover. It will do wonders. See, it is producing the whole image here because of the background size cover. So that's why it is very important. So now we are done with images. Now we will learn about pseudo classes. So one of the pseudo class which we already learned is the hover class. The pseudo class always start with this colon and then something. So we already learn about it. So the next pseudo classes, what we are going to do after this button, let me put like this another, because we are going to have another list dot, let me say it my list, and let me have li into 8 tab item. Let me copy it. Then item I will have this items here with the number, so I put it there. Now the number 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8. So let me save it. So I have saved it. Now I will target it. So there are some pseudo classes through which we can target it. So my list, we all know to target the class, we have to do it like this. So li, see, when I give li means those li I am targeting inside the my list, and then there is something known as the first child. So it is showing me also that the first child, let me give some background and let me give Rebecca purple because it is coming. So let me save it. First child, I'll show you. So the first child, what it will do, it will make this purple. It is the first child li. So this is how we mention the first child. So we can, similar way we can target the last child also. So first child, as you might have guessed, it will target the last child, means the 8th, list 8. Let not give it Rebecca blue, let give something else, royal blue, Rebecca purple instead of Rebecca purple. So it will make the 8th one. So there is another mine, another property my list, and it will target the li, but this time something known as anid child. So anid child is there. In anid child we can pass the number. So let me pass 5 in it, and background yellow green, and let me save it. See, the 5th one is made. So what I am going to do, I am going to show two more properties, but for that, suppose this, you can see everything is first child, last child is okay, but any child we have hard coded the 5 here. So in many time in coding, what happens, the list, we don't know the end number. It can be 8 also, it can be 100 also, it can be 50 also, it can be 49 also. Odd and evens are there. So let me do one thing, let me copy it. Break row, horizontal row. Okay, so let me call this list dynamic list, because it can be anything, it can be 8 9 10 anything. So now I will go to my styles, and what I will do, let me, as I told you, this anid child we were hard coding it, but what I need to do, in many time what happens, the odd rows I need of different color and even rows I need of different colors. So this is what we can do from here. My list, no, not my list, dynamic list and li again, and a child even. Background, this color seems good, let me give this one, let me save it. So this was not this list but this list. See, the even on 2 4 6 8 are of orange color. So let me copy it only, and let me make it odd, and this seems nice. 333 sort of black. So yeah, I've given it, so you can see item 1, 3, 5 and 7 have become darkish gray. So this is what we can do with even and odd, and with this complete our part 4 and also our CSS for beginners series. Hope you like the series. Please subscribe to my channel so that I can produce more series like this. Thank you.